Welcome viewers to the opening round of the 2024 season here at Daytona Sandown Park. Will you join us for EKS round 1? This round has a record entry of 29 drivers and hence the drivers will be split up into two groups today. Group 1 will consist of the junior drivers and half of the senior drivers, with Group 2 consisting of the other half of the senior drivers. So, without further ado, let's hand over to our commentator, Tom Dillon, who will take us through the grid for Group 1, Race 1.
Let's take a look at your grid. Phillip Baboolal on pole position, 5 tenths of a second. Behind him on row 1 is Ryan Sandall, who is high flying. He's set to have a very interesting round indeed. Balasaitis, a fellow junior to Phillip, is on row 2 alongside Adam Thompson, another one of our high flying seniors, 9 tenths of a second off the pace, which in these conditions isn't a great deal at all. Dana Rohan is another junior on row 3, Freddy Funnell alongside him. Callum Bengelow makes up row 4 alongside Charlie Foster. Onto the second page of results then, and George Braun is in 9th place. He shares row 5 with Archie Pratley. Dane Christensen and Joseph Simcock are row 6. Ross Sandwell is in 13th position alongside Jamie Sherman-Chase, but we're hoping to make up some positions throughout the course of this race. He's a driver who made a mistake on his qualifying lap. Alex Pritchard is in 15th position. He shares row 8 with Chrissy Harding. Chrissy still relatively new to outdoor karting, possibly the most testing conditions that she has driven yet. And so Phillip Baboolal is on pole position for the first EKS race of 2024. He shares the front row with someone not in his class. Ryan Sandall in his new look EKS is in the senior class, and he'll be alongside the junior Phillip Baboolal. Balasaitis is the nearest junior competitor for Phillip. Adam Thompson, the nearest senior competitor for Ryan Sandall. This should be pretty entertaining race as Phillip rounds the final corner. Now it's his choice once he sees that green flag. Is it going as soon as possible? Let's wait and see as the green flag flies at Sandown Park for the first time this evening. It's a good start for Phillip Baboolal. Dana Rohan making up a couple of positions down into turn 1. He's trying to challenge Ryan Sandall down into Vale. Dom Balasaitis challenges him as well as Joseph Simcock getting caught in all kinds of bother on the outside line of Vale. He loses out on a spot, so Dom gets himself, can't get himself past Ryan, rather Ryan gets himself back past Dom. Dana Rohan with a fantastic start up into 4th position, just one ahead of Adam Thompson. Phillip Baboolal though controlling the lead of the race after just about half a lap here as we take a look at Jamie Sherman-Chase trying to make up a couple of positions if he can at all inside of this first lap. Jamie looks to the switchback outside of, onto the back straight I should say, goes to the inside line. Going to have to be late on the brakes to make this one stick in the wet conditions. Very, very tricky. Jamie on the inside line can't quite find a way through, I don't think. He now looks to cross the lines over, and there's contacts, and Jamie Sherman-Chase with a bit of a takeout. It'll be interesting to see what the stewards do on that loop.
Yeah, I think that was a takeout indeed, and yeah, I can get confirmation now. He is going to be black flagged for that, so Jamie Sherman-Chase there took out Freddie Funnell, just crossed past with him, going through the penultimate corner, and just before that he actually overtook Charlie Foster. A bit difficult to see from his camera angle, but yeah, it was a good move by Jamie, but unfortunately he's now taken out Freddie, and because he did not wait for Freddie, he will be black flagged, so that is now on the board. As we just saw as well, Joseph Simcock, whilst we were talking about that, just made a good move there on Dane Christensen, so Joseph now up, I think, into either its 10th or 11th place at the moment.
Joseph Simcock has made up, or lost a position obviously off at the start of this race. So I'm looking at the timing screen, and Joseph sitting in 12th position. Dana Rohan also being very busy in the early stages of this race, so we're keeping an eye on Dana's progress, which so far has been pretty good. Jamie serves his black flag, I can see that. Dom Balasaitis now putting the pressure on Ryan Sandall as Ryan takes a very wide line into Vale. Dom trying to set himself up to maybe go for a move at some point, but right now doing more of trying to bring back that gap, which right now sits at just a couple of car lengths. So both are wearing onboard cameras. We should get a fantastic view of this when they do start to battle along. But Ryan Sandall, fair play to him so far. He's 90 kilograms, Ryan, so he's doing a good job. But right now, Dom Balasaitis goes down the inside, tries to get himself ahead of Ryan Sandall. They will stay side by side up into the hairpin, put the brakes on. It's a little bit dry on that inside line. Dom slides his way through and is able to get up into second position, but I don't think Ryan Sandall will take that line down.
Really good battle there, really good overtake by Don Balasaitis. Dom obviously he's a 70 kilogram junior driver, whereas Ryan is racing as a senior and he's coming in at 90 kilos. So obviously Dom does have a bit of a weight advantage, but yeah, good move there by Don Balasaitis on the dry line on the inside, and he is now up into second position. Like you said, Jamie Chase is coming in to serve his black flag then for that takeout on Freddie Funnel. He's now got a job on his hands to make his way back through the field and recover back up. He's currently in 15th position.
Phillip Baboolal then continues to lead with 8 minutes and 40 seconds to go in this race. Keeping a keen eye out for any other battles that we've got going on, as Don Balasaitis obviously looks to try and build a bit of a gap to Ryan Sandall, which he has been able to do over the course of this lap. And any mistakes or anything from Don Balasaitis will bring Ryan back into the fray. And obviously Ryan not really in that race. He could drive around quite happily and still bag his 25 points. It's Callum Bengelow that he's got to concern himself with. Dana Rohan might be battling with Callum Bengelow soon enough. I haven't quite seen the gap between the two of them, but they are running 4th and 5th at the moment. Adam Thompson sitting in 6th and just behind, making up the rest of that senior class podium.
Yeah, just as we've just seen on the drone shot there, Callum is battling at the moment with Adam Thompson. Neither have on cameras, unfortunately. Just whilst that's going on, Joseph Simcock, he is currently in 11th position. Dane Christensen got back past him, and Joseph is now battling with Dane and with Ross Sandwell in front. All three of these guys not very experienced around Sandown Park, so both Ross and Joseph are making their debut here at Sandown, with Dane only on his second visit, as Joseph actually, whilst I'm saying that, he's looking up the inside of Dane Christensen going through turn 4 and not quite able to move with the stick. Also Jamie Chase, we just saw he has managed to make his way past Alex Pritchard, so he's now fighting his way back through the field. Jamie and Alex are actually teammates in Connecticut Racing Team. All 4 of the Connecticut Racing Team drivers are in this race actually. So Jamie now making his way back through the field and now up into 13th.
Jamie Chase has caught up to the 2 cars just ahead of him, Joseph Simcock and Dane Christensen. I think a top 10 position for Jamie Chase will be quite fruitful for him, considering the black flag earlier on and all the drama in qualifying. So we'll see what he can do with his very impressive pace. Right now, his first sets in his sights, Joseph Simcock. So this should be interesting. Jamie Chase looking to experiment with those lines. Now is able to just about get alongside, and he's trying to tell Joseph to go forward with him, and I think Joseph is going to play ball here. He goes on the outside. Jamie now looks for the move on Dane Christensen as well. He's very, very late, and I don't think Dane saw him coming. However, Dane Christensen is able to just about stay ahead. For how long? As here goes Jamie Chase looking for that move into the hairpin. Can't quite find it there. Dane has it covered for the time being. However, Jamie is able to get narrowly alongside. Now to the outside into the hairpin. He hasn't quite learned his lesson on that one, the final corner of the track. However, out of that hairpin and down into Vale they go. Jamie putting that pressure on Dane Christensen into Vale. He can't quite really find any extra pace on Dane Christensen. He can though on the exit of the corner and breaks down the inside and finds a way through. Dane Christensen's defence can only last all of about half a lap, but Jamie Chase is able to find a way through. He really is absolutely rapid in this race. Phillip Baboolal on to the back straight then for the final time in this race, and he has done remarkably well. Don Balasaitis actually possibly catching up to him a little bit in the last couple of laps, but Phillip won't mind. He did enough work in the first sort of half of this race to make sure that he takes the victory. And for the first time in 2024, Phillip Baboolal wins in the Elite Karting Series, really putting himself into championship contention. Ryan Sandall is going to finish in 3rd position. Don Balasaitis moves across the line in 2nd. Ryan winning at the senior class. What a job for him. Phillip Baboolal takes victory in a very close race, 1 ahead of Don Balasaitis in the junior class and the overall classification. 7 tenths of a second the gap. However, Don Balasaitis will get narrowly ahead in terms of the fastest lap for the next race. He'll start on pole as we head into race 2. Ryan Sandall is in 3rd. He wins in the senior class. A fantastic drive for him. Dana Rohan in 4th. Your 3rd place runner in the juniors, of course. Adam Thompson and Callum Bengelow are the rest of your podium inside of the senior class, with Charlie Foster in 7th position. George Braund, Ross Sandwell and Jamie Chase make up the rest of the top 10. Jamie will be really happy to get himself back into 10th position after the earlier black flag. Dane Christensen, all the way from Scotland, is in 11th position. with Joseph Simcock just behind in 12th. Then it's Freddie Funnell, Alex Pritchard and Archie Prattley, your top 15. Chrissy Harding does well to gain a spot off of where she started, getting past Hugh Morrison, who finishes in 17th.
Okay, so we are here with Phillip Baboolal. Phillip, first of all, congratulations, a very productive first race. You're competing for the Junior Championship this year, I imagine, and that was a really productive start to it.
Yeah, great start. I mean, conditions were a bit wet. I got my suit all soaked. From here, it looks pretty dry, but once you're on track, it's pretty wet. Got a good gap at the start, and then Dom ended up catching me in the end, so it should be an interesting second race.
Ryan, that is a really, really encouraging start. You're right up there with the lightweight drivers.
Yeah, if they're both lightweight in front of me, that's a good sign for me. I did not know that, but yeah, first time here, very tricky conditions, and I got out behind everyone else. I didn't get to follow anyone, so I didn't know where I was figuring it all out, and it's, yeah, just tremendously tricky, but yeah, good result.
Chrissy, that's only your second time in a two-stroke car, I've been told.
Yeah.
I mean, they're pretty cool, aren't they?
Oh, they're absolutely amazing, a piece of kit. Like, the speed you can get out of them straight away, like the torque of it is amazing, the end speed of it is just another level. And anyone who hasn't tried it, I recommend it. If you've never done any karting, yeah, don't go straight and do a two-stroke. Have a little go in the 4 strokes, and then the two-stroke series. That would be the thing I would recommend.